Up until this point, you're a solo artist.
Right.
We all know you from the group Boyz in the Hood. How did that come into play? Like, where did it go from you being this solo artist to this group being put together?
Okay, let's get an understanding. Let's make this clear. My first song that I dropped was called Stay Fresh, and it was a hit. And that's where I come from. That's where people started to know me from. I had a song called Stay Fresh, which is a remake of Say Yes from Floetry that Jazze put out. And at this time, Greg Street was working in Dallas, Texas. So I actually broke in Texas first. So I was already on a promo tour. I was doing tours and stuff. I put a CD out called Stacking Paper. That's the first project that I ever put out. And it hit immediately. So I already had people like knowing that I was coming. So Block is a part of Sho'Nuff at this time. So you got Block.
Yep.
You got Jazzy Faye and Noon, which makes up Sho'Nuff Records. Noon is the brain, Jazzy is the music, Block is the muscle. So it's split up 3 different ways. So I was able to go get a label deal. Actually, Capital wanted to sign me. They had Chingy. They wanted to sign me directly, but they was trying to get a label deal at this time. And this is right before Lil Jon had Lil Scrappy and all the, you got Scrappy Crime Mob, you got all that going on. Franchise boy, shout out to all them boys too, man. And them my people's good people. But we end up going to get a deal with Tom Wiley and Naeem. I think this is his name, Naeem. They gave us a label deal. So that gave them the platform for Sho'Nuff Records. That's where that comes from. So Block was a part of this and he saw that. He saw we was able to go get this whole label deal basically based off of what I had going on. So he always had an idea of putting out a group. And he just didn't have the members. So this is Block's idea. Like Boyz in the Hood was always his idea. So I'm with Block every day. And he's showing me the city. We really in Kirkwood every day. He's showing me the city. And I want to give a shout out to my big homies, them Meezy, OG Slim, free OG Slim, and all the homies in the Bay. Earl, who else? Man, there's so many of them guys. I just want to put some mace. I want to put some light on them guys because them was the people who was molding me, not just being a rapper, but just being a stand-up guy. You see what I'm saying? A part of this industry, this so-called industry thing that we was in. And they taught me a lot too. Big Zach. Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Big Zach. If I'm missing some people, man, I still all love. But Block ended up going to Jazzy them and telling them, look, I want to do this group and I'm going to start it with Jody. He already had Big Gee. He knew Big Gee. He knew Big Duke. And I think Jeezy came around probably like later on in 04, like the beginning of 04. So we had the idea already. We just didn't have the members. So I just started recording songs for the group, just to be recording for 4 people. And he put me with Gee. Duke used to come to my sessions and just watch me rap, you know, just he liked what I was doing. So he introduced me to Gee, which is one of the hardest spitters from Atlanta ever, period.
Yep, shout to Gee. Yeah, shout to Gee and Duke.
Period, that's my brother. So Block put us together first. And at that time, I already had my album done. So I'm like, okay, y'all want me to do the group first or you want me to drop first? Like, I'm like, which one do y'all want me to do? So I supposed to be dropping my album, but Block is so adamant about Boyz in the Hood. So he put the group together and let us start recording. So I ended up doing the hook to them boys. Jeezy came along with BMF and that whole movement. And a lot of people don't know this too. And these are facts. And Prez, you know how I am. I like to spit facts. I don't do no guessing shit. You know what I mean? But they came along and we was at Patchwork. We were working at Patchwork at this time. And Jazzy wanted me to come to the studio to meet Jeezy. So I came to the studio. I seen the campaign they had going on. You know, they had the whole BMF thing going on. The boys getting money, doing what they do. And but they was trying to get in the industry at that time. They had a label, which is Blue Da Vinci. He was an artist too. Shout out to my brother, Blue Da Vinci. He was an artist as well. But Jeezy was trying to get a stamp into the industry. So we did a song called Stay Down with me, him, and Big Zach. And to be honest with you, I was telling Jazze at that time, I'm like, man, I don't really want to do that. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know nobody. So I was like, man, I'm like to myself person, I'm a dolo person, and if I know you, I fuck with you, but if I don't, I don't really, you see what I'm saying? So we end up recording the song, and Jazze was telling me, like, sometimes, bro, in this game, you just gonna have to do some things, you know what I mean? You have to do some things for the team. So that's basically what was my mind frame for that. So Block is like, look, bro, I need you to do this. Like, damn all this over here, I need you to do this for me. So I'm like, okay, cool. Now I'm looking at it like it's a family. So if this is my family, I'm like, all right, well, let's do it. Come on. Give me the records, give me the song, who got to be in the group, bring them on, let's do it. So we end up doing Stay Down, and it was hard. And I think they dropped the bag on Jazze for that. So Jazze ended up, I don't know if you remember Shakir from Def Jam.
Of course.
He was a part of RP Shakir too. He was a part of Def Jam at that time. Yep. So what Jazze did was sign Jeezy to Sho'Nuff Records. And I had a video coming out. It's called Stay Fresh at that time. And if you can put it up, you will see Sierra, Jazze, Candy, CeeLo, Shawty. You will see some of the original Atlanta people in this video. And I was going to drop this video, and I was going to record the album with Boyz in the Hood. So when Jeezy came with Sho'Nuff Records, it was just us at that time. So Block decided that, okay, it'll be a good fit to put Jeezy in this group. That's what made the fourth member. So now you got Big Duke, Big Gee, and Young Jeezy. You see what I'm saying?